Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum my viewers, good morning to all. Welcome back to my channel Historical Discussion. Please subscribe my channel those who haven't subscribed it yet for more historical discussion. Today also I'm going to discuss about Zahiruddin Muhammad Babur. Since 2 days I have been continuing this topic. This topic is very large, this topic is very lengthy, that is why I have to take this much of time. Today, my viewers, my listeners, I am going to discuss about the causes of Babur's success. Definitely, he was a successful man because he was someone who laid down the foundation of one of the mightiest empire in the history of India. So definitely, he was not an ordinary person. So today I'm going to discuss about the causes of his success. As you can see, the important points have been jotted down. The important points, the important causes, all the important causes that were responsible for Babur's success have been written in front of you all. Zahiruddin Muhammad Babur, causes of Babur's success. Point number 1 is political division of India. Yes, definitely India was politically divided, and this made Babur's success easier. There were many causes. There were many causes responsible for the success of Babur against the Indians, or we can say against the Afghans and the Rajputs. The most important among them are number 1, political division of India. India was politically divided at that point of time. At the time of Babur's invasion, India was politically very weak and divided. It was divided into a large number of states which were always fighting against each other, thereby wasting much of their energy which they could have otherwise used against a common enemy. There was no paramount power in the country which could easily face the foreign invaders. This lack of political unity was the first cause responsible for the success of Babur. Divided, as it has been pointed out by a great historian, divided and helpless as India was, so the task of an invader was extremely easy. That's what exactly happened to Babur. Okay, our next point is Babur's personality and generalship. Yes, definitely his personality and the quality of a good generalship made Babur's success easier. Babur's personality and generalship. The chief cause of Babur's success was his own personality and his generalship. He was a born leader of men, no doubt, because he ascended the throne when he was only 11th year 4 months old. So definitely he was a born leader. He was a born leader of men and possessed strong will and determination. He was an experienced general who had fought many battles in central part of Asia and had gained much experience. It has been said of him, he was a born leader of men and commanded the most loyal devotion of his followers even in the greatest crisis. He was endowed by nature with great energy and endurance. Okay, next point is Babur's use of artillery. The use of artillery made Babur's success easier. One main cause of Babur's success was his use of artillery. The Indian soldiers were not familiar with such a thing, and so they merely ran at its great sound. Artillery at that point of time was not introduced to the Indian soldiers. The use of artillery caused a great havoc in them, and they ran for their lives. They ran away from the battlefield in order to save their lives. Ustad Ali and Mustafa, the in charge of Babur's artillery. Who were the in charge of Babur's artillery? Ustad Ali and Mustafa. They were the in charge of Babur's artillery and were great masters of artillery warfare who could easily scatter a large army. And the use of gunpowder thus settled the whole matter in favor of Babur. Next, latest war tactics and his disciplined army. Babur's army was better disciplined than the Indian army. His soldiers knew how to stand in battle era and when to charge and when to retreat and when to not. On the other hand, the Indian soldiers moved more or less like a crowd, and little charge from the enemy side was enough to cause confusion among them. Their vast numbers were more a source of weakness than a source of strength. They were ill organized, they were ill trained, and they were ill disciplined. Again, Babur soldiers were fully conversant with the latest war techniques. They knew how to make use of the ditches, felled trees, weapons of war, etc., for their defense purposes. They were fully conversant with the Uzbeki tactics, that is Tulughami. Okay, if you people are interested, then I'll definitely make a video on Tulughami. So for that, you need to comment me. So they were very conversant with the Uzbeki tactics. We are talking about Babur's soldiers. Babur's soldiers were fully conversant with the Uzbeki tactics, that is Tulughami, whereby their flanking parties of horsemen took the enemy in the rear. It has been pointed out by Lane Poole, few Indians would fight when taken in the rear. On the other hand, the Indian way of fighting was old and out of date, out of fashion. Their too much dependence on elephants sometimes proved disastrous when they crush the enemy and the friend alike under their feet. Next point is devotion of Babur's soldiers. Yes, definitely Babur's soldiers were devoted and this made Babur's success easier. Okay, next point is all about devotion of Babur's soldiers. Babur's soldiers had a great love and devotion for their master. They were ready to sacrifice their everything. They were ready to sacrifice their everything for the sake of his master. Without their active help and cooperation, it would have been quite impossible for Babur to achieve so much single-handedly. How pleased Babur must have been when his soldiers assured him of their loyalty. In these words, King, God willing, we would not lack ourselves in sacrifice and devotion as long as life and breath are in our bodies. Such an award-winning devotion from Babur's soldiers. On the other hand, the Indian soldiers fought the battle only for the sake of money. Love of pleasure and hot climate of this country had taken all their vitality and reduced them to mere men in petticoats. It has been rightly pointed out by one of the great historians, so weak and ease-loving Indian soldiers were no match to hardy mountaineers, and consequently they were bound to fail. Next point is all about unpopularity of Ibrahim Lodi. Strange. Ibrahim Lodi was unpopular. One of the chief causes of Babur's success in the first battle of Panipat was the unpopularity of Ibrahim Lodi. Because of his policy of insulting and cruelly treating his various Afghan chiefs, had turned all his friends and enemies alike into his worst enemies. Nobody wanted him to be successful and consequently he failed. That is why Babur was invited by Indians to invade India. Strange but true. It has been rightly remarked of him, by his stern measures he alienated the sympathies of the Afghan nobility and drove them into disloyalty. That means his cruel behavior drove Afghan nobility into disloyalty, which manifested itself in absolute defiance of his authority. Next, lack of unity and organization among the Rajputs. The Rajput soldiers were no doubt brave and courageous, but they lacked unity in organization, pride, and prejudice alike. As has been rightly pointed out by Dr. Ishwari Prasad, forbade obedience to a common leader, and in critical moments when concentrated action was essential to a victory, they pursued their individual plans and thus neutralized the advantages possessed over their enemies. So, beside their leader, Rana Sanga was not a statesman of high order. He should have faced Babur soon after the first battle of Panipat and had not allowed his soldier to take rest. Moreover, he should have captured Agra at that time when Babur was busy fighting with Ibrahim Lodi. Had he done so, he would have not only acquired an immense wealth but also won the loyalty of all the Afghans who were inimical to Babur. But he was completely outwitted by Babur in diplomacy and also in war. So that's all about the success, the causes of Babur's success. That's all for today, my viewers. I hope you'll like it. Keep on watching my video. Give a thumbs up, share it, subscribe it. By that time, stay at home. Take care. Allah Hafiz.